this. Are you having issues burning fat? Do you want to just be healthier, feel better? Do you want to look better? It's all right. It's all right. You're not vain. I want to look better too. So does everybody else. We're humans. If you're having issues burning fat, try these few things right here to help you on that. So on this channel, I try to post 3, 4, 5 times a week about tips like motivational tips, nutritional tips, workout tips, money-making tips, self-improvement all around, as well as honest reviews. So let's get into the topic in no particular order. The number one thing that we're going to talk about right now in order to help you burn fat is going to be drinking green tea. Listen, drinking green tea is awesome. It doesn't have to be caffeinated. It can be decaf green tea. I drink decaf green tea because I don't like caffeine. I don't like drinking caffeine. I don't like the intake of caffeine. I know a lot of people drink C4s like their water, but I don't intake caffeine. It's okay if you do caffeinated, decaffeinated, whatever it may be. The green tea itself is what we're going for, and that's because green tea is one of the most potent thermogenics found in nature. Thermogenics, if you've watched a couple of my other videos, is just a fancy way of saying that it helps your body's process through heating your body and burning off fat, right? And lipolysis. So you're burning off fat for energy, and this is going to aid you in that. So the green tea is a great way to increase your basal metabolic rate, your metabolism, and aid in your thermogenic process in burning this fat off of your body. The second thing that we're going to talk about in burning fat for you is going to be eating more protein, right? So don't just jump right into changing your nutrition. If you watch some of my other videos, I have a whole playlist that I'm making on your nutritional journey from start to finish. And at the very beginning, we talk about don't change your caloric intake. Don't change, drastically where your calories are coming from, your splits and stuff like that. Don't change all these things just right off of the rip, right? Write down or put down in your phone 2 to 3 days worth of eating, and don't change the way that you eat. Don't change what you eat, how you eat, when you eat it. Just write it all down so you know what you're used to doing, what your body's used to doing, and then you can make tiny changes from there, right? So you don't want to hurt your basal metabolic rate. You don't want to go too much in excess. You don't want to go too much into a decrease of total caloric intake or where you're getting your calories from. You don't want to hurt yourself. But that in mind, eating more protein will help you burn more fat in a few different ways. Eating more protein will aid you in building muscle mass. If you're also working out and you're eating protein, you're going to gain muscle mass, right? Now, girls come into my office all the time and they say, oh, I don't want to be buff. I don't want to get big. I don't want to be strong. I just want to look good. If you add protein into your diet and you're working out and you're lifting weights even, you're not going to get big and buff like Arnold Schwarzenegger. If it was that easy to do, every bro with a man bun, a vape mod, and a Honda Civic would have a 6-pack with big buff biceps, right? So it's not just going to happen like that. You can add protein into your diet. You can work out. You can even lift weights, and you're not going to look like that. You're just going to look fit, right? You're going to look better. You're going to be healthier. You're going to feel better. So the couple of ways that eating more protein will help you is building that muscle mass on your body, because the more muscle you have on your body, the higher your basal metabolic rate will be. Basal metabolic rate being your resting rate of your metabolism, and you're going to burn fat off easier just by being who you are. So if you add muscle, you will burn more fat. And we could get into the specifics and the numbers of everything, but there's really no reason to do that. Add protein into your diet, you'll gain more muscle. Gaining more muscle burns more fat. And the second way that it will do it is, like I say in another one of my videos, for every calorie that you intake from a lean protein source, up to 33% of that calorie will be burned off in a thermogenic process, so heating your body up. So just like the green tea and the thermogenics, the protein will be burned off 33% of it in a thermogenic process. So it's not going to be as much, it's not going to be stored as fat, right? It's not going to be stored for later. A lot of it is going to be burned off then and there for you to stay warm, stay alive. Also, third, with the PYY hormone and the specifics of the satiation process for protein, protein will keep you satiated longer. You will not feel hungry as fast. You will not feel hungry as much. You will be satisfied. Number 3 thing that we're going to talk about in burning fat is to avoid processed foods. This is gigantic. This is a giant one. And yes, it was for me as well. It is for everyone. We live in America, right? Do you live in America? It's probably still an issue for you because we're in 2022 and most things are processed. That's okay. We just got to know that and we got to combat it. So we want to stay away from overly packaged foods, chips, pastas. Pastas are high in oxalates, which is another thing that we're going to go into in another video. Just overly processed foods, obviously fast foods like McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell's. I love those things so much, and I know that you do too, and I wish that I could have them. And I guess you can in moderation, right? Like I might have like a taco if I'm out with my girlfriend or something and she wants to go to Taco Bell. I might have a half a taco or a taco. It's not going to be the end of the world, right? But I stay away from processed foods almost always though. And they're high in saturated fats, sugars, added sugars at that, right? Some of them even have trans fats. And they're going to be low in things that are beneficial for you, like vitamins and minerals, fiber, mono and polyunsaturated fats, omega-3, 6, 9s. Polyunsaturated fats are really good for you. And their macronutrient splits are just going to be worse as well. They're going to be really high in fats and carbohydrates and low in proteins. And it's just all whacked out, right? So we want to stay away from those processed foods. So take these things into consideration. Try to write them down on your whiteboard if you need to help you remember them. But you are an awesome person. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I also hope you win the day.